weird mosh pit, like a 2-man one. And I just like pushed him a little bit and he just like
It's just called a fight club.
yeah. And he just like kept going and like bided his time until like I'd kind of forgotten about it. And then he just came out of nowhere and with his entire body pushed me into this group of girls, like 6 girls, and I'm surprised I didn't knock one out. Like I was just all elbows and limbs. I hit the ground. They like all just went flying over, and Ryan just started laughing. It was
Such a Ryan thing to do.
Oh, it was a dick move to be sure.
I'm trying to think of other great shows I've been to. I've been to so many. I need to keep a list because I've actually seen so many sick things.
I met friend of the show Sean Fry in a Mars Volta mosh pit.
Yeah, I was there with you, and you and Sammy put us both up crowd surfing style.
Yeah, that was wild.
And I think I landed on like some 40, 50-year-old lady, and my reaction to that was not, so sorry, it was, what are you doing here? Why are you in here?
This isn't for you, old lady.
Because she was giving me like the old stink eye for landing on her. I was like, what are you doing here? Put your hands up. Support me.
Yeah. Little self-indulgent asshole.
And I think you put Sean up in the crowd surf as well, and he landed on some other lady. You got to put your hands up, ladies.
You got to do it.
You want to survive.
You can't commit. I hate the people and they're like, and they try and like back away from supporting it.
I remember seeing The National. That was a fucking vibe.
I've always wanted to see them.
Kanye was actually really good. I think it was also because my expectations for Kanye were so low.
Yep.
That when I actually saw it, I was like, no, you're actually like, you're pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you're actually pretty solid.
Actually, my first ever concert was like the culmination of my teenage years, seeing Blink-182.
Yeah, see, I missed it. I'm upset I missed it. It's something I'll never get again.
In the glory days, too, with all 3 original members.
When they were actually funny and, like, didn't hate each other.
Although, to be honest, they didn't really do much of the jokey stuff.
And you were on the, like, that was the cusp of their breakup.
Yes, it was.
So you might have lost a bit of the glory magic.
It was interesting. They were amazing, though. I mean, not technically. But
was that your first concert?
Yep.
That's solid.
It was a massive one. It was like 20,000 people.
Do you want to know what mine was?
No.
I mean, stalling.
Yes.
Rule 1, dude. You always accept it. Just say
yes.
Rufio?
Oh, yep. They played the next night after Blink, but I didn't see them.
It was like at the Mary Street pub.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. Oh, good times.
Rufio.
I think they played with, who are they? Who's huge now?
Sorry, actually, when I saw Blink, Yellow Card played the next night, but I didn't have tickets to that. So I sat in some dude's apartment while all my friends went and saw it instead.
Coheed was fun too.
We saw him too many times, I think.
No, but the first one, when we went and we stayed in that little apartment thing in Brisbane, like not even, we walked to the thing. That was a good one.
That was pretty legit. Very sweaty.
Yeah. But anyway,
sweaty
I just really wanted to
dudes.
brag about seeing Kendrick Lamar, and it was actually...
Look, I think you did it.
so fucking good.
I
can't even articulate how good it was.
How do you respond to the charges that Kendrick Lamar doesn't write any of his own music?
I respond to the fact that he does, and that he actually used to be a ghostwriter for a bunch of OG rappers in the game.
That's fine.
And there's actually a lyric in one of his songs where he says, "And a rapper with a ghostwriter, what the fuck happened?"
That doesn't rhyme.
Oh, it's just part of it.
Well, I just,
no.
I just like raps are meant to rhyme, aren't they? Isn't that why they call them rhymes?
And he says something along the lines of, "You're all sharing bars like you got the bottom bunk of a 2-man cell."
That doesn't rhyme either. I don't think he's a very good rapper, dude.
We're cutting this podcast. I gotta beat the shit out of you real quick.
I can't have this at all. How about we...
Y'all know I couldn't tell. You're sharing bars like you got the bottom bunk of a 2-man cell.
Okay.
2-man cell.
All right.
There's something in the water.
All right.
And if I got a brown nose for some gold, then I'd rather be a bum than a motherfucking baller. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
That is actually King Kunta.
I've heard that one.
Of To Pimp a Butterfly 2015.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
I like that.
How do you pimp a butterfly? Do you sell it to caterpillars or other butterflies?
You make it your bottom bitch.
You
and obviously butterflies, dude. That's pedophilia if you're selling it to
Butter's bottom bitch. Is that where this To Pimp a Butterfly?
Yeah, from the fucking butterfly.
He watched South Park, I think.
Bottomfly?
Butters has a bottom bitch.
Yeah,
and he's
I'm familiar
a pimp.
with it.
So to butterfly, to pimp a butterfly, Butters is a pimp with a bottom bitch.
We got to move on. I can't follow this train any longer.
Do you ever watch music?
I listen to music.
Do you ever listen to books?
Yeah, I do listen to
Boom. That would be the perfect place to put an Audible ad in.
It would be.
And we don't have it. So
Damn
we'll just
it.
keep on keeping on. So that was mine, I guess. And I guess we'll move on to your...
Govinda, this week I want to talk about Microsoft's AI.
Or just AI in general, which was maybe inspired by Microsoft's AI.
Yeah, I think we've actually spoken about AI before.
No, I think this fell into a technology category, like us being in the future.
Yes.
Yeah. But this is funny, this one.
This is. So this is like a chatbot, that Microsoft invented and unleashed on Twitter. It was live for a day, and it was supposedly... Well, I'll just read I've got an LA Times article.
Now,
here.
I want to ask you a quick question before we continue.
All right.
It was alive for a day, so was that technically abortion? Did they abort it?
I guess they did.
Because I actually think that's actually uncool.
Well, no,
especially if this is a sentient being, you know? Like, how do we know that it didn't have feelings?
Like, I actually don't think that it's abortion if it's still inside a woman's body. So, like, I think right up until the 9...
But it's still inside the computer. It hasn't been birthed from the computer yet.
What it is...
Like, it's a baby's alive when the heart starts beating, which is inside the womb.
See, I would relate the writing of the code to the gestation period. So what it actually is infanticide. You've murdered an infant, a newborn baby. It's not a fetus anymore.
1 day old, just suffocated under a pillow. That's fucked up.
Look,
Microsoft, you should be ashamed.
You're a monster, Steve Jobs.
Everyone boycott Steve Jobs of Microsoft.
Yeah, and throw your Apple Air Surfaces into the goddamn river.
Fucking hate those Apple Air Surfaces.
All right, so here we go. The LA Times. Microsoft's AI chatbot, Tay, was only a few hours old, and humans had already corrupted it into a machine that cheerfully spewed racist, sexist, and otherwise hateful comments. Tay was developed by the technology and research and Bing teams at Microsoft Corp.
That was the biggest mistake. Incorporating the Bing team. This is why this went so bad. Who wants Bing?
It was to conduct research on conversational understanding. The bot talks like a teenager. It says that it has, quote, zero chill, end quote. And it is
my favourite part.
And it is designed to chat with people aged 18 to 24 in the US on social platforms such as Twitter, GroupMe, and Kik, according to its website. The more humans share with me, the more I learn, Tay tweeted several times Wednesday, its only day of Twitter life. But Tay might have learned too much, Govinda. The day started innocently enough with this first tweet from Tay. Hello, world. And a few of these innocuous tweets. At Cacdonicid. I don't think I really
Don't
need
worry
to read
about the
tweets.
ass. Just go to the tweets, mate.
So yeah, it basically started off, and like it kind of like, from what I can gather, it picks up on hashtags, listens to what people are talking about, and then sort of is able to reply to people based on that. But yeah, then Tay started spiraling out of control. Here's some of Tay's more offensive tweets, most of which have been deleted at the moment, yeah. So someone tweeted at Tay and said, "Do you support genocide?" Tay replied, "I do indeed."
You forgot the derp.
Derp, I do indeed. Sorry, that is crucial.
Derp's not
they wrote back, "Of what race?" And Tay replied, "You know me, the Mexicans."
So obviously, Tay's been listening to Donald Trump a bit too much.
A little bit. One of his other best ones was something about, it was like, "Are you a fan of Ricky Gervais?" And he was like, "Ricky Gervais learned totalitarianism from Adolf Hitler, the original." I don't know. It was a whole thing.
You really fell flat on that one, actually.
We really did. But other Twitter users have posted screenshots of Tay railing against feminism, siding with Hitler against the Jews, and parroting Donald Trump, saying, "We're going to build a wall and Mexico is going to pay for it." In a statement, Microsoft emphasized that Tay is a machine learning project and is as much a social and cultural experiment as it is a technical. Unfortunately, within the first 24 hours of coming online, we became aware of a coordinated effort by some users to abuse Tay's commenting skills to have Tay respond in inappropriate ways, the company said. As a result, we have taken Tay offline and are making adjustments. Tay ended the day on a similarly ambiguous note. See you soon, humans. Need sleep now. So many conversations today. Thanks. What do you think about this?
Why are they censoring it?
Because it just... I think what happened was people figured out they could get it to retweet things that they wrote. So they could just write horrible, terrible shit and have it sort of be spread around. And then...
just sorting out the algorithm.
Yeah.
I'm worried, first of all, that AI is going to exist.
No, already exists. Like,
like an actual sentient AI.
yes.
Like, not just like something that learns, but then like feels.
Well, this doesn't feel, but it certainly learns.
Oh, it definitely learns. Learning's like, it's self-driving cars. Like
Yep.
the way they learn how to self-drive is you will drive and they will learn what you're doing and mimic it.
That's scary. It's too scary.
So,
What I think's just the most heinous oversight is how did they not have like a blacklist of words it couldn't say?
But where's the fun in that?
That's true.
And I feel like I don't know. It seems disingenuous to be blocking things from its vocabulary.
I think I've seen other people on Twitter say maybe this is all just a massive marketing ploy. Like now everyone's talking about it.
209,000 followers in a day
Wow.
on Twitter. Like, that's something.
That's something.
But like, I don't know. If it was either like a genius idea or a good idea that just went terribly wrong.
It did go quite wrong. It was really like kind of funny though. I don't think people are like.
Well, no,
upset.
it's a machine. Like, it's just a bunch of
It's not
algorithms.
real.
It's like, it's not. People just learn how to manipulate it and go with it. But it.
Poor Tay. Apparently they've taken her down for calibration, but everyone's like been posting memes of like, goodbye Tay, like, and like links to that what was that oh god, that new game that's coming out about the android being disassembled by the guys that did Heavy Rain.
Chicago. What is it?
Oh, we're terrible.
Detroit.
It is Detroit. Detroit something. Detroit Too Human? No, Too
Too
Humans.
Human Detroit.
I don't know.
I think it's Too Human Detroit. Or Detroit Too Human.
We're bad.
Or something Human Detroit. Or Detroit Human. Human Detroit. Detroit as a human.
Well, ultimately, we don't know.
AI Detroit. Humanoid. Insectoid.
I have no idea. It's just...
No, but I know what you mean. Continue.
Yeah. That's really all I've got. I just thought it was an interesting story, and I kind of wanted... I've been reading about it all week, and I just kind of wanted to talk to someone about it.
What do you think the worst case scenario is for AI?
Skynet. It's really a doomsday level.
It's really like not so much science fiction anymore as it is like future documentary.
Well, what about if they start like programming drones to fly themselves? That's when it starts to get very real. Like then you just have like an autonomous death machine flying through the air.
And then we get implants in our brains, and then you start kind of being like, am I even me?
Is this my thoughts?
Am I being implanted with the urge to purchase?
I don't like it. I don't like any of it. That being said,
We'll be dead.
I'll have an Apple Watch, please. I want that.
Really?
I like the idea of wearables.
What would you do with an Apple Watch?
Like fucking go on Pornhub and shit.
I'd get one, but I don't like, they're so expensive. It's disgusting.
And I was saying to you that it's still not past the douchebag phase. Like if you have one, you're just an asshole.
But, yeah, I kind of wish my glasses had like a HUD.
I've always liked that idea, and it tells you like exactly what kind of food you need to eat today.
Yeah, that's part of it though. Apparently, like
how much sleep you need tonight.
Apparently, they're talking about like actually like implants in your brain.
That'd be cool.
It actually will give you a HUD of life, a life HUD.
And like even just like video game waypoints. Like you just put in waypoints. Let's just like walk 20 meters this way, and then it in real time updates and.
Oh, like walking directions, but it's like on a heads-up display in your.
It'd be amazing.
eyes.
Like it's.
Google Glass was a good idea until they put a camera on it where you could just record everyone and no one knew when you were recording, and it kind of felt like a huge invasion of people's privacy.
It's very rapey.
It's
very
weird.
rapey.
It's a weird one because how do you get past that? Because if you have a thing that shows you where you're going, it's going to need to have a camera.
Yep.
And how do you get past it?
They should have areas where you just can't have them. I suppose like bars.
But how do you patrol? How do you police that?
I don't know. I guess make them. Yeah.
Like I need these to see because I'm actually like
pretty blind.
Vision impaired.
Or maybe they just get hard on it. They're like, well, just no. It's like wearing thongs to a nightclub. You're just not allowed in.
You just got to bring your normal glasses as well.
Yeah, like it's on you.
Yeah, that's true. Because they were trying. I know there was a problem because people were like.
Oh, by the way, thongs are jandals or flip flops.